Hey guys, it's NoJC1. I'm bringing you guys a Wi-Fi Black Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle against a guy I met on TPX, and it is a mixed tier battle. So he leads with his Machamp named Epic Meal, and I lead with my Boofist the Swampert. I'm a counter slash mirror coat Swampert, so I obviously go for the counter, knowing that Machamp is physical. He goes for the no guard dynamic punch, and it does about half. And I go for the counter, but with my luck, I hit myself in confusion. So now I'm under half, and I cannot take another dynamic punch. Now with Lefty's recovery, I'm about right under half, so I might have been able to take one if he got min damage. But he predicts to switch out to my Thundurus or Landorus, and goes for an Ice Punch. I decide to stay in and just fodder out my Swampert. And I take the Ice Punch and I go for a counter. The counter does about half to him, maybe a little bit more than half. I now get Lefty's recovery, and now that he knows I'm just going to stay in and fodder out my Swampert, he's going to go for a dynamic punch. I go for a bulldoze, that's why I outsped him, and I hit myself, and he goes for the dynamic punch and just takes me out. So since Machamps are bulky as crap, I wasn't really sure if a Thunderbolt would kill off his Machamp because I'm not modest, but I do have the Life Orb, so maybe that would help. So I just go for the Thunderbolt, and I end up taking out the Machamp. So now I take a Life Orb recoil, and he sends in his Spoon Me, the Alakazam. Now I was thinking maybe it's Choice Specs, so I wouldn't be able to take a Psychic, but I was praying that I could. He goes for the Psychic, and it takes me down so low that even if I get off a Thunderbolt, I'm going to end up killing myself from Life Orb recoil. So he almost dies from the Thunderbolt, but I die from the Life Orb recoil. I now send in my Go-Go Power Ranger, and which is a shiny Bisharp, and he predicts my Sucker Punch. I don't know why I didn't predict that, but I go for the Sucker Punch, and he goes into his Mew. I decide now to switch out into my shiny Zangoose named Merc and predict a trick. The trick actually hurts him in the long run in the battle. He gets my normal gem, which helps boost up my power of return, and he gives me a Choice Scarf. So I just start Night Slashing. I find out his Mew is max HP and max defense, so Night Slash really doesn't do that much, and I'm Jolly. And he takes this time to set up his Stealth Rocks. And so now I just stay in, hoping for a crit on the Night Slash. I keep Night Slashing, knowing that he still has his Victini left, and he goes for a U-turn now, and the U-turn is actually going to do a lot of damage. So I'm pretty sure he U-turns out into his hand jobs, the Ambipom, and so predicting the fake out, obviously, I'm going to go out into my Bisharp, my Go-Go Power Ranger, and I take the fake out pretty nicely after Stealth Rocks damage and crap like that. Now, I was trying to wear down his Ambipom with his Life Orb recoil until low enough where I could just kill it off, but he has the low kick and times 4 super effectiveness and Technician plus Life Orb is definitely going to take me out. I think here I send in my Landorus. No, I go back into my Zangoose, and since he already fake out, I go for a Night Slash, I think, or a Return, one of those two. I think it's Return. Yeah, I go for the Return, and the Return obviously is going to take out his Mew. I think he predicted me to go for the Close Combat, but I just play it safe and go for the Return. He now sends back in his Ambipom, and expecting the fake out, I go into Landorus just to fodder it out, because I really don't need it at this point of the battle. He goes for the fake out, and it's gonna do a crap ton of damage, obviously. And so I carry citrus on this lander, so it gets me up to about half, maybe a little bit more, but he U-turns out, and I'm just going to go for the safe earth power, hoping that he doesn't predict a focus blast or anything like that, and goes into Victini, so I just go for the safe earth power, and he decides to fodder out his Alakazam at this point with 1 HP, so obviously it's not going to take an earth power, so it's going to die now. He was just trying to get in as many switches into his Ambipom as possible to fake out crap on my team, so I think I just leave in my landers to take a fake out, but it turns out it's a Zoroark and I die. Now I should have realized it early in the battle, but oh well. So I just die. I send in my Merc now, and since I'm Choice Scarf, I will be able to outspeed his Zoroark, and I go for the close combat. And the close combat will easily take out his Zoroark. So I get the defense and special defense drop, and now obviously he is going to go out into his Ambipom after Zoroark dies. He's going to go out into his Ambipom and obviously just fake out me. And the fake out is going to kill me off with, since I have the minus defense drop. So now my last hope is my Metachan named Nigga. I am black, so it's not racist. I take Stealth Rocks damage and my nigga's Choice Scarf, so I know he has the Victini left, so I just lock myself into the Rock Slide. It takes up the Ambipom, because I have the special ability Pure Power, which means my attack is doubled, so I have around 480 attack. I go for a Rock Slide on the Vagina, the Victini, and it does a crap ton damage, but it doesn't kill it. He goes for the Zen Headbutt, and I was praying that I could take the Zen Headbutt, and it turns out, since my nigga's such a beast, I live with 23 HP. Now I was praying Rock Slide doesn't miss, and it doesn't, and it hits the Victini, so I pull off a close 1-0 battle. So yeah, this was a very good mixed tier battle. And comment, rate, and subscribe, and do all that good stuff, and I will be bringing you guys more Pokemon Wi-Fi battles.